excuse because I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, "Hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house." They'll come get me from my grandma's house, and right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house.
I never imagined my life would take this turn. Those were the quiet, heavy words, murmured by King Harris, the son of legendary hip-hop couple T.I. and Tiny Ass. His world appeared to unravel in front of millions. But this time, the chaos was not sparked by a brawl, a nightclub drama, or an impulsive viral rant. No, this storm was different. A private video had surfaced online, one that showed King inside a hotel room, not alone, but with another man. And just like that, the internet lit up with speculation, judgment, and disbelief. Just as the internet was still reeling from the first shock, another jaw-dropping revelation exploded online. The baby King Harris had been publicly going back and forth about the one many believed was his. Turns out, it is not, period. What began as quiet murmurs, buried deep in comment threads, quickly erupted into a digital blaze. The tipping point came when a mysterious account dropped a video titled "King Harris Exposed: What His Parents Tried to Hide." Within hours, the clip spread like wildfire, dragging the Harris family into an even deeper spotlight they clearly were not prepared for. Twitter erupted in flames. Instagram gossip pages had a feeding frenzy, and T.I. silent. Not a word. Now fans are left piecing together the chaos, asking hard questions. Was King Harris living a secret life? Who dropped the video? And why does it seem like the betrayal came from someone he once trusted? Make no mistake, this is no ordinary internet scandal. This one has the power to shatter everything. For months, the world has watched King Harris' eyes bold and unpredictable, sun spiral further into controversy. From fiery profanity-laced live streams and explosive arguments with his parents, to that unforgettable Waffle House debacle, King has become a headline magnet, and not for reasons anyone would celebrate. No one saw this storm coming, not like this. The mystery surrounding the baby took a sharp left turn back in March, when King Harris shared a cryptic Instagram story, a baby crib, some tiny clothes, and the caption, "Sometimes, blessings come in crazy packages." Fans went into a frenzy. King had a baby. With who? And just like that, T.I. was about to be crowned a grandfather. At least, that is what people thought. Then came the twist. A young woman named Jayla M., barely known with just over 3,000 followers, posted a photo of a newborn with the words, "My little miracle." Hashtag 1 week old, hashtag love of my life. King liked the post, and that single tap sent blog pages into a frenzy. Speculation ran wild. Still, neither King nor Jayla confirmed anything, which only fueled the obsession. Fans played detective, linking timelines, analyzing photos, and digging into Jayla's life. But she kept quiet. Meanwhile, King's behavior turned more erratic, and at home, the pressure was building. On a now infamous Instagram Live, King clashed publicly with his parents. T.I. tried to lay down the law, saying, "You're not going to keep embarrassing this family." King snapped back, "Y'all were never there for me. I raised myself." The explosive exchange went viral and set the tone for what would become months of escalating tension. Insiders whispered that T.I. was thinking about cutting off financial support, while Tiny, heartbroken, was reportedly barely speaking to her son. But King, he stayed loud, stayed visible, and spiraled deeper into controversy. Who is Jayla M.? Rumors said she was from Georgia, possibly a former bottle girl at a club King frequented. Some close to the scene claimed she and King had a complicated, on-and-off thing until she got pregnant and he vanished. When the baby arrived, King suddenly resurfaced online, liking her photos again. Was he second-guessing himself? Or had he already learned something was off? That is when whispers of a secret DNA test began to spread. Things took a turn when a message sent to a popular blog claimed that a paternity test had already confirmed King was not the father, but he was allegedly trying to keep it quiet to save face after previously claiming the child. Initially, fans dismissed it, but then Jayla wiped her Instagram clean, deleted every photo of the baby, unfollowed King, and posted a haunting story. Imagine carrying for 9 months just to be left with nothing but shame. Was she saying the baby was not his, or that he had abandoned them both? Then, like a bolt of lightning on a random Tuesday night, a Twitter account with just 82 followers dropped a 14-second clip that flipped everything upside down. Titled "King Harris in a hotel room with another dude." The blurry, grainy footage showed King shirtless, pacing, with a visibly older man in the background. A muffled voice said, "Ain't nobody got to know nothing before the screen. Cut to black. Twitter imploded. Was this why Jayla disappeared? Had King been hiding a secret life all along? Suddenly, everything began to make sense. The next day, King went silent, wiping his stories, disabling comments, and posting a single message to his close friends. They lied on me. Wait till y'all hear my side. But the damage was done. Blogs reposted the video endlessly. Meme pages cracked jokes. And fan theories quickly turned into digital manhunts. That short video clip set off a digital wildfire. Within minutes of it surfacing online, TikTok detectives were on the case, slowing it down, zooming in, dissecting every second as if it were a crime scene. The internet turned into a forensic lab. The breakthrough clue. A blurry yet distinct logo barely visible in the glass behind King. After a round of crowdsourced cross-referencing and fan-led geolocation, it was identified as the Moxie Hotel in Atlanta, spot often frequented by celebrities seeking discretion, where paparazzi are rare and NDAs are common. That alone changed the context. This was not some random hotel. It was a hotspot known for private affairs and hush-hush meetings. But it was not just the location that raised eyebrows. It was the audio. While King appeared pacing, visibly stressed, the calm, commanding voice behind the camera was not his. It was that of an older man, someone whose tone suggested authority, not intimacy, deep, composed, and almost too smooth. The voice sounded rehearsed, as if the entire setup had been planned in advance. That discrepancy became the fuel for theories spreading like wildfire. Viewers began suggesting that King was not an active participant but a target trapped in a carefully laid trap. The footage felt off to many. Instead of a compromising moment between two people, it looked like surveillance, like King was being recorded without full awareness, possibly under duress. His body language said it all. Tense shoulders, restless movement, darting eyes. The vibe was not romantic, it was reactive. Instinctively, social media users leaned into a darker narrative. Had King been set up? Was he baited into a room, unaware that a camera was rolling? And if so, why? Was it just to humiliate him or something even more sinister, like blackmail? Whispers of extortion began to circulate. What if this tape was not supposed to be seen by the public at all? What if someone had been holding it over his head, waiting for leverage, maybe for money, silence, or cooperation? If King refused, or pushed back, could this be the retaliation? As the internet debated the possibilities, the story took on a life of its own. Supporters argued that King was a victim of manipulation, exploited by someone more experienced and calculating. Critics, however, claimed he had gotten too deep into a world he could not control. But almost everyone agreed on one thing. This was not just another scandal. This was something bigger, something deeper. And in a digital age where a few seconds of footage can ruin reputations and shift public opinion overnight, King Harris now found himself caught in a storm that might take more than time to escape. Then came the second video. 27 seconds long. It was far more damning. Same room, same man, now identified as music manager Kevin Big K Lewis, recording King sitting on the bed, visibly shaken. King muttered, "I shouldn't have come here, bro. This was a setup." The internet froze. A setup? Was this bigger than everyone thought? Jayla broke her silence shortly after. In a tearful 7-minute Instagram live, she spoke with no makeup, voice trembling. "I didn't want to do this," she said. "I kept quiet to protect him. I wasn't lying, I didn't trap him. I just didn't know what was real anymore." Then, she dropped a revelation. Weeks before the videos leaked, King had come to her in tears, saying someone was threatening him, telling him to show up at a hotel or face exposure from his past. She assumed it was about business. She had no idea what was really happening. The moment that voicemail went public, everything changed. It was shaky, raw, and filled with a tension that instantly gripped everyone who heard it. King's voice cracked under pressure as he spoke. "If anything happens to me, just know I didn't mean for this. I want my name cleared." It was not just a message, it was a warning, a cry for help, and a final attempt to protect his reputation, all rolled into one. The internet erupted in chaos. Fans, skeptics, and media personalities alike were suddenly thrown into a frenzy, trying to piece together what had truly happened. Was King walking into a trap? Was this clip a part of something more calculated? Something designed to destroy him? With T.I. remaining silent, refusing to publicly defend or even address the situation, all eyes turned to the man whose name had begun circulating more and more in online threads. Kevin Big K Lewis. At first glance, he was just another background figure. But internet sleuths began digging, and what they uncovered set off a whole new wave of suspicion. Kevin had long-standing ties to the Atlanta trap scene, having worked closely with several underground artists trying to break into the mainstream. His name had also been loosely connected to some behind-the-scenes drama on reality TV sets, where scandal often equals screen time. But what really sparked alarm bells was his link to the exact Waffle House where King had made headlines during a public meltdown not long ago. That connection felt too strange to dismiss. Suddenly, what once looked like a series of unfortunate events now felt interconnected. Had Big K been quietly moving in the background for months, setting the stage? A viral tweet summed up what many were thinking. This man was around King for months. This wasn't random. It was a setup from the start. The theory grew louder, that Kevin had embedded himself into King's world slowly, earning his trust, all while orchestrating the perfect moment to strike, capturing footage, spinning the narrative, and watching the fallout unfold with perfect timing. As fans continued to dig deeper, pieces began falling into place that painted a much more calculated picture. King's outburst at the Waffle House, his vulnerability at the hotel, and the release of the clip all seemed too synchronized to be coincidence. The voicemail gave it all a chilling undertone, making it feel less like scandal and more like sabotage. The fact that T.I., usually outspoken and protective of his family, had yet to publicly defend his son only added fuel to the fire. Was he silent out of shame? Or was there something even he could not control? With each new discovery, the theory that King had been carefully set up, not just by enemies, but perhaps by someone he once trusted, began to feel less like speculation, and more like truth unfolding in real time. Suddenly, old footage of T.I. resurfaced, clips where he warned King about fame's dangers. They don't love you for you. They love you for your daddy's name. And the moment you mess up, they'll burn you for it. Now those words echoed with eerie clarity. Was T.I. protecting his son in silence, or letting him face the consequences alone? The scandal had grown too big to ignore. Even other celebrities began to weigh in. One rapper tweeted, "These young need to understand every smiling face ain't your friend. Some just waiting for you to fall." The fallout surrounding King Harris reached a boiling point as public sympathy and industry support rapidly collapsed. Saucy Santana voiced concern on TikTok, hinting at possible blackmail, while Kick Palmer reposted a blog captioned "Young black men deserve grace when they mess up." Meanwhile, King's music momentum stalled. His teased collab with rapper Aura was abruptly shelved after the label paused all promotions, sponsors backed out, and blogs deleted coverage. As whispers of a third leaked video circulated, fans braced for more, and it came. A 1-minute 42-second clip surfaced, showing a tense confrontation inside T.I. and Tiny's home. T.I. demanded King own up to the truth. The comment sections exploded with emotion. Fans rallied behind Tiny, calling her the only one staying authentic through the chaos, some even saying, "Protect this woman at all costs." Her tears hit a nerve, sparking waves of sympathy. But just when it seemed like the public might shift back toward King, his ex Jayla returned with fire in her voice. She shut the pity party down with one raw post: "Do not paint him as a victim. He left me pregnant, confused, and alone while he ran around with whoever, doing whatever." Then came the smoking gun, a screenshot of a Cash App request she sent King, asking for $500 for diapers and formula, only to get a cold declined in response. That single image went viral in less than an hour, dividing fans into full-blown factions. #SaveK, #ExposeKing, #FreeJayla, and #TeamTiny. And just as social media braced for another round, whispers of a fourth leaked video began surfacing, this one showing King in a heated dispute with a label executive in a studio hallway. But the most jaw-dropping twist came in a sealed manila envelope. According to sources close to Jayla, a paternity test had actually been conducted weeks earlier, but mysteriously vanished during delivery, allegedly, while in the care of someone tied to the Harris family. Suddenly, the test resurfaced, leaked by an anonymous hospital lab technician on Discord. The results were crystal clear. King Harris's 0.0% probability. He was not the father. And just when people were still trying to process that bombshell, an audio clip leaked of King on the phone with a friend, admitting he always knew the child was not his but played along for public sympathy. "I needed folks to think I was taking responsibility," he said. That confession sparked immediate outrage. Fans slammed him for using a child to build his image, calling the stunt manipulative and disgusting. But the rabbit hole only got deeper. VH1, silent up until now, became part of the mess when it was revealed producers were sitting on an unaired reunion tape from a secret Young Harris's legacy pilot. In it, King reportedly broke down, confessing he struggles with his identity, while T.I. could be heard yelling off camera, demanding the footage never see the light of day, and Tiny tearfully pleading with producers to protect their son by cutting the scene. Just when things could not get any messier, reports surfaced that VH1 was allegedly threatening to leak a reunion tape if the Harris family refused to resume filming or settle ongoing contract issues, leaving fans stunned and calling it what it is: blackmail. If that footage drops, King's reputation could take a fatal hit. But the chaos didn't stop there. King vanished. His phone went dark, Instagram wiped clean, Twitter gone. The last known sighting, surveillance footage showing him leaving his mother Tiny's home at 2:36 a.m. Hoodie pulled up, no security in sight. Hours later, Tiny posted a story, pleading, "Wherever you are, son, come home. We don't care what they say. You're still ours." Panic spread online. Is King Harris truly missing? What began as a social media circus spiraled into a full-blown crisis. From the bombshell paternity test to explosive receipts and VH1's looming threat, the Harris family seemed to be imploding in real time. And yet one voice has remained silent through it. All T.I. What's he planning? A press conference? A legal move? Or something bigger? This saga isn't just tabloid fodder, it's a legacy unraveling. King Harris transformed from rising star to controversy magnet to a mystery that's left fans everywhere asking, where is he, and what happens next? Has he gone underground to plot his next move? Is someone trying to silence him? Or is this just the eye of a storm that's about to blow the lid off everything? Let us know your thoughts. Was King set up, or is he facing the consequences of his own actions? Should T.I. step in and shield his son, or let him face the fallout? Will VH1 go through with their threat and drop that reunion tape? If you're rooting for King's comeback or fearing the fall of the entire Harris empire, make sure to follow, comment, and share this with every love and hip-hop fan you know, because this is not over. This is either the beginning of King's redemption, the start of a legacy going up in flames.